just make sure that what they're doing at least 3 times a week is running. It's that simple. They need to run if they want to improve what they're running. The second one, my client adding 15 push-ups to their ability, I would make sure that after each exercise they're doing, they're starting with push-ups and they're finishing with push-ups. So if they're able to do 10 in a row, I would say do 10 at the beginning, run, and then do 10 at the end. And what that's going to do is it's going to start to fit in a bunch of push-ups in a really short amount of time too, because you can do 10 push-ups within 20 seconds, and it doesn't feel like it's taking a lot of time, but it's building you up to be able to do more. So that would be my strategy for that. And then next, last outcome goals. I want my client to eventually get their BMI into the healthy average range, which we have a chart over to the side. Healthy range would be in the green section. And I'm not going to go through specifics right now, but it would be by height and by weight. And everybody has a different build. So if someone is built differently, like a larger frame, it's going to differ. So the BMI, I might need to make adjustments for specific clients. And then the second outcome goal is my client will lose 10% of his body weight. So if my client is, 200 pounds and for his height, that's overweight. My idea was I wanted them to lose 20 pounds and get down to 180. And strategies for outcome goals would be similar to the last strategies, which would be mostly focusing for BMI, focusing on diet, and for losing 10% of his body weight would also be focusing diet oriented. So for my slide 8, I picked Galatians 6:2. It says, carry each other's burdens, and so you will fulfill the law of Christ. This makes sense to me because it's related a lot to helping each other out and external extrinsic motivation. And when I read this, I think about support from family members and support from friends, and how much that affects someone who's trying to accomplish a goal. And from my personal experience, going through things in life as simple as losing weight can seem monumental. It can seem extremely difficult to do, especially if you don't have the support of other people. So carrying each other's burdens, it's kind of looking out for each other. I got your back, you got mine. And this is a great example of if two people have a goal that they want to accomplish that's workout related and losing weight, it would be perfect for them to get each other's back and to hold each other accountable. And it's very closely related to this passage. So what I learned from Kinesiology 454 with Dr. G, one big thing that stuck with me for some reason was the difference between anxiety and arousal. And I think that made a big impact on me because I have anxiety, and I've been dealing with that for a while in relation to many different things, including physical fitness and performance in sports. And just learning what arousal was, and knowing that the feeling that I get sometimes when I'm working out or exercising or getting on the court to play basketball, realizing that that's not always anxiety, it's not always a negative feeling, made me realize that I may have been misinterpreting positive feelings for negative feelings, and that it's actually very significant. Methods of guided imagery was a really important part of this class to me. I enjoyed doing the guided imagery lesson that we did. I definitely learned a lot in how much guided imagery is closely related to meditation and visualization. And I definitely feel like I could put together a guided imagery now for an athlete if I needed to. General ways to cope with anxiety. We went over that in multiple different facets. And then I learned how much outside factors influence performance and desire in sports. And that's one of the things it's obvious, but then at the same time, you tend to forget how much outside influence can negatively and positively affect you. You can have parents forcing you to do a sport that you might not want to do, and it might seem like it's a positive effect because you might be going out and doing something, but at the end of the day, it's actually, even though they're giving you positive affirmation, it's in a negative way. because they're expecting you to do something you don't want to. And then if you're performing in something you want to, but not as well as you can, the positive affirmation coming from the same family members, that might be good. So it's just kind of a weird thing where you want to be motivated, but you don't want to be motivated or into being forced to do something you don't want to do. And then obviously, if you're trying to accomplish a goal that you've set out for yourself and you want to do it, external outside factors play a huge role in that. And that sums it up. Here are my 3 references that I used in this presentation. And yeah, this was Kinesiology 454 critical assignment. And I enjoyed this semester. I learned a lot, and I enjoyed learning psychology of sport and anxiety and a lot of different things. It's really interesting, and I think it's ignored too much in sport. And I think I've always had the mentality that the mental game is 50% of how someone performs when they get out on the field or when they go out to lose weight. So it's definitely an underrated part of athletics, and I think it needs to be viewed more and respected more. So thank you.